Okay guys, so today I am back with another video. Now this one is different obviously, and it's a tier list video because I have not made these in probably like a few months. So we are back making another tier list video. And you're probably thinking, what is this tier list for? Well, if you saw the thumbnail, it's gonna be for this game, okay? If you ever play Hypixel and online Minecraft, multiplayer Minecraft, if you've seen the news recently, there are new weather effects for this new mode called disasters. Or like weather disasters. It's like natural disaster from Roblox, but Minecraft edition. And today I'll be ranking, well, all the weathers, or all the effects that can happen in the game. Now there is one that's not on here that I didn't put, is sinkhole, but I'll rank that at the end. But other than that, let's get this show on the road. And the first weather that we have is the floor is lava. Now the floor is lava, it's livable. Now is it horrible? Almost. It's top of livable, because sometimes you're running around, there's blocks everywhere on lava, because the more you run around, the more blocks end up turning to lava. Some blocks don't turn to lava, like water. Like water would just make the lava acidic before it burns you, so you can just stand there. But when this is combined with other effects, this makes it actually like super hard to live in, like super hard. But here's the one catch that makes this slightly less horror movie status, is that it only lasts one duration for the weather like countdown. Only one. So other than that, I think lava is pretty livable. Depends on if people want to sabotage your life and make it 10 times worse, or if you sabotage yourself. But if it by itself is really easy, if it's with other things it's really difficult. So I'll just put in livable. So going from the hottest disaster to a pretty interesting one, the wolf, or the werewolf effect. So the werewolf is interesting because it actually chooses a player to become the werewolf. And when the werewolf, they're obviously, enemies, so they can kill you. You can also kill it, but it's not easy to do so if the player actually can move around for like 2 seconds. And you're also immune to the weather effects from every other weather down here. So basically you're on the enemy side. But you're not immune to dying. You can still fall in the void and then you end up just dead. And then the werewolf effect is gone. But other than that, I mean, like, it can jump higher. If you get chosen as the werewolf, you can jump a bit higher and do more damage. But other than that, it's like, it depends on the player, is the main issue. It really depends on the player. The only reason I put on NPCing instead of AFK is because if it can be combined it can be combined with like other effects like the meteor shower, floods, or other things that make it more difficult to avoid the wolf, like avoid getting near him. But if it's by itself or with like an easy effect down here, then it's like it's really, you can just walk around and you'd be mostly fine. Sometimes the wolf end up dying early on. Meteor shower. Okay, so meteor shower is it's a shower, alright. A bunch of meteors drop down like over time, and it lasts the whole game, so have fun with that one. This weather effect by itself is really simple, as you just don't have to don't go too high and you're winning. The hardest part about it is the fire it leaves behind, because the fire effect stays there for a long time, so if you run to that fire, it's gonna hurt a lot. But the meteor itself is really slow, and worst case scenario that it knocks you off from a high place and you end up dying. Best case scenario that it never hits you, because the things are super slow, mind you. I mean like super slow. This one you can honestly just NPC around. Now I will put it higher than werewolf though, because it does get people killed all the time. Like some people just don't understand the gimmick of it. And if it combined with like lightning or something, or acid rain, it becomes crucial to stay inside your house. Or inside a building. But other than that, meteor shower is really easy. Floods, okay. I'll put livable. Now, obviously you can't just NPC around, because if you do, you're gonna run into the water, obviously. So I'm not gonna say that. The floods is not that bad, honestly. Now, obviously, it's dangerous to some degree, because if you're not in a high place, you're dead. And if you combine with lightning or wither, dragons, like anything that's like above you, it's gonna be hard to survive, because you don't want to go too high then, or else you die whatever was up there. but you don't want to be too low else you drown. So honestly, I'm gonna put it there, kind of next to lava. I think it is like way less annoying than lava, but water's still dangerous though. Dragons. Okay, so Ender Dragons. Obviously, we know this mob from the Minecraft, game, obviously. And I think this is personally the worst weather effect in the game. And let me explain why. So, the way the dragons work is, first of all, I said dragons, plural. So there's 3 dragons, not 1, 3. And if you played Minecraft before, you know how much damage the dragon can do by just running through blocks. Now, first of all, it's RNG, first of all. And they fly, so don't think going high is gonna save you, because they can also just fly up to you and knock you up, and then you fall to the ground. And don't think, oh, going low will save you either, because they can break the block below you, make you fall in the void, and then you end up dying. So, you got dragons, okay? 2, there's 3 dragons. So let's say you're watching 1 dragon, and let's say the map is open, and then you have the 2 other dragons somewhere off screen. 1 dragon could come up from behind you, and then the other one can come up from the other side and get you. They are super random, and I really don't like that. And I mean, like, they're really random. But the randomness isn't the main problem. The main problem is really how much destruction they cause by just simply running into blocks. Because running into them makes you go flying. They break like 20, not even 20, like 50 blocks max by just going through like a building, breaking the stairs and everything. You can't go too high, because if you get hit, then you're gonna die from fall damage. But you can't go too low because you can fall into the void, so it's it's weird. I don't like it personally because it's just really annoying with how much damage they do. But other than that, you can survive it. It's possible. But if you get it early on, have fun. That's all I'm gonna say. Have fun. Okay, so Acid Rain. Acid Rain, I'm gonna have to put, honestly, horror movie. You're probably thinking, it just rained, but it hurts you. True. But 1, it actually does melt the block pretty fast in this game. It's not like no slow effect, like it actually messes the blocks up like really badly, like really quickly. Also, this is like super horrible if it combined with any other effect in the game. I mean literally any other effect, because if the roof above you gets destroyed, and it probably will because the acid rain can tear through it, then you're dead. Like, if this ain't combined with the werewolf, you can't go too high because the acid rain will burn you, but you can't go too low because the werewolf could easily get to you. You can't go too high, like, it just, if you lose your roof, basically, you're dead. Is what I'm saying. If you lose the roof, you're dead. Purge. Okay, this one's interesting. So, this weather is more based on the players. This one will activate, obviously. And it wants a certain amount of people dead before the game ends, okay? If the people end up surviving and not everyone's like dead to like 5 people left, then you lose the game. Everyone loses the game because that one weather effect wasn't over with. Basically, it allows you just to kill people. You can just punch people to death if you want to. if you want to. Or you can just hide in your corner, which I recommend probably doing that. Unless someone's really, really trying to get you. But I don't like Purge. Now, I don't like it, but is it hard to live? No, but it's kind of like the werewolf territory, but higher. Because it's more like players. It's everyone that can get you. It's not just one player that can get you. It's like, it's everyone in the lobby that can get you. And it lasts until everyone is dead, until like a certain number of people died. Then it's like, okay, then it will go away. Now, you don't have to like kill people during this, because the weather effect can also kill the other people, and then it will still count as like, oh, everyone died, so it's good. Honestly, you can NPC for this by just not going near people, and they will just dive to like dragons or lava. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's like super easy or anything, because some people are just annoying the game. So that's all I gotta say about that. Anvil Rain. This one's actually new. So Anvil Rain is very similar to Acid Rain and Meteor Shower. They do drop from the sky. Like, they both come from the sky. The anvils are pretty slow, actually. But they do hurt a lot. And they do block, like, areas, I guess. Or not block, but they place anvil blocks on the ground. So it's, like, kind of mess up your movement. But other than that, it's really easy. You can basically walk around and be just fine. Just don't walk like in a circle and you'll be good. If you walk in a circle like in the same direction over and over and over, like a circle, square, or whatever, you're gonna die. But if you're walking just a straight line, you'd most likely be fine. Lightning. Horror movie, obviously. This one is obviously a horror movie. I mean, come on, lightning is literally in horror movies. But so the lightning effect is the way it works. Obviously, the higher you are, the more likely you are to get struck by lightning. But here's the thing, is that if this is combined with basically any other thing, any other weather effect, besides wolf or like anvil rain or kind of meteor showers or purge, basically if it combined with any effect from flood and upwards, it's annoying. The lightning becomes like actually horrible. Because if the dragons are there, it destroys all the blocks above you. If acid rain is there, it melts all the blocks above you. If flood is there, you have to go higher, meaning that you're more prone to getting hit by the lightning. And then lava, you have to keep moving or else you're gonna get burned. So lightning's really annoying, but just don't go too high, I guess. But if you can't do anything else, then you're basically dead. You can keep running around, like you don't have to just sit there and get struck by the lightning, but it does damage to an area from an explosion, so you can't just even like walk away. You have to like run away from the strike before it hits you. But other than that, it's a horror movie status. Okay, another new one. Easy. So this is actually the only AFK one that's probably gonna be here. But red light, green light. This one actually got added recently, and well, the way it works obviously is red light, green light. We all played this game before, and you know, if it's red light, you can't move. If it's green light, you can like run up to wherever you want to. Now, by itself is really easy because you can't die unless you really move constantly during red light. And mind you, I say constantly. I don't mean, oh, it caught you moving once and you're dead, like some Squid Game action over there. No, like if you move during the red light, you take like a heart away. Like every like second you're moving, or like 2 seconds every time you're moving. Like every block you walk, basically lose a heart. You can still look around too, like while you're in red light. So it's not like you can't do anything. Like you're not paralyzed or anything. You just can't move. You can just look around. By itself, it's really easy. Even with other weather effects, it's super easy still. Because with dragons, yes, you could get hit by a dragon, but you're probably in a good spot not to get hit by dragons in the first place. The main problem with traffic light is that you're in probably a good area and that you're safe in. So why would you need to move? You know, if you're not moving anywhere, then why you have to ever move in the first place, you know? Tornado. This one also got added recently, and I'm gonna put livable. I do think it's worse than flood only because the tornado, you know, can cause a lot of damage to the environment around it. Now, is it like lethal to the player? No, because it does pick you up and like throw you, but you can also land on like a super high building or something. But at the same time, it is super dangerous because it throws blocks everywhere, and those blocks can't land on you, or it can block your path, or break entire stairways so you can't get up. And if it combined with like flood, it can be lethal. Combined with lightning, it can be lethal. Like it can be deadly, but it also has a sound effect whenever it's near you, so it's like you never get caught off guard by the tornado. It always has like a wind sound whenever it gets near you, but if it's far away, it will stop. So other than that, I really do think tornado's not that bad. Swappage. AFK too? It's like borderline like low NPCing, but it's more AFK honestly. By itself, it's like the easiest thing ever because this thing can't kill you by itself. What it does, it just swaps you and a random player every couple of seconds. It swaps you with some random player across the map or even next to you. Now by itself, it's obviously easy because you can't die, but if it combined with literally any other effect in the game, it becomes annoying but not hard. It's annoying because if you're hiding somewhere really good from the weather and you get teleported to a guy who's getting chased by a dragon or is in lava or something, then you end up being that guy, and that guy is in your spot chilling over there, you know? Swappage is pretty simple, honestly. It's really down to RNG because also it does teleport you with a random player, so it's like you could spawn in the most high place on the map from someone who got up there, or you can spawn in a lava pool or near the werewolf or something. So it's really RNG, but by itself it can't hurt you. It really can't. Worst case scenario that you're running around like trying to find a spot and it teleports you to like a high place and you fall off because someone was up there standing there. That's like worst case scenario. And best case scenario that you get teleported to an area that's good. Or like really good for hiding. Other than that, swappies is really easy. Wither. Okay. The wither is interesting. It's livable. I do think it's worse than tornado though, because you know withers are pretty dangerous in the game anyways. They're able to destroy blocks obviously, they're able to shoot really fast at you with the wither skulls. And they do cause explosion effects obviously, so that doesn't help. But what makes them better than dragons is that they're not random though. Like they're random at like where they spawn, but if they see you they will hunt you like how they do in regular Minecraft. They will leave you alone if you run far away enough or someone gets near, like closer. But they're not that destructive, honestly. They can be, but not that destructive. Like, there's only 2 withers that spawn. Or it can be 3, I think, but don't quote me on that. And worst case scenario that you get hit by a wither and then it kind of sends you flying somewhere. And best case scenario that the wither never finds you. Because as long as you're inside the building, you're basically safe on the wither. I mean, it can get you in there, but it's not going to chase you, like, immediately if you're in there. Unless you're the last player, then whole different ball game. But other than that, the wither's actually pretty easy to avoid. And then the last effect I didn't get a picture of was the sinkhole. And the way the sinkhole works is like a huge, like, sinkhole. Like a huge hole in the middle of the map, or somewhere in the map. Starts getting, like, progressively bigger. Until, like, it gets super big and, like, it will stop eventually. If I had to play that somewhere, it'd probably be more livable. It'd probably be like higher than the wither though. Only because it doesn't kill people often, but it messes up your like plan to move around the map because half of the map is like destroyed by this entire thing. It starts off slow but gets really fast. So if you're like running around and you're trying to get across the map but you can't because the sinkhole blocked off the entire map from you, then you're stuck on wherever you're at. If it's combined with like red light, green light, it can be semi-lethal, I guess, because you don't want to be near the sinkhole while it's breaking, and you can't move during it, so... I say semi-lethal because, mind you, the red light, green light thing only hurts you a bit, not insta-kills you. But yeah, that's where the sinkhole will go. It'll probably go in, like, livable above the wither. But other than that, guys, that's the end of the tier list. I just wanted to do this video because I'm playing the new update that I found out yesterday, actually. Just playing the game, I saw a new, like, weather effect, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool to rank all these. So, if y'all enjoy this tier list, hit that like button, and you want to see more tier lists, subscribe or something. And I am out.